Going out and exploring the world is one of the best things you can do. But traveling is not always fun. One of the major risks that one faces during travel is of losing their stuff and getting pickpocketed. Pickpocketing is a common crime all over the world. These skilled thieves train for years to perfect their methods. They use a number of techniques, including distraction and misdirection, to separate you from your money and belongings. Some work solo and some work in teams. Imagine losing all of your money or all of your expensive items during your holiday. This can be very frustrating, especially when you need all of these things for your survival on your holiday. You can greatly reduce your likelihood of falling victim to a pickpocket by taking a few of these simple instructions. The general goal here is to make your belongings harder for the pickpocket to get. These guys look for easy targets to rob, and if you're a hard target, chances are that they'll just choose somebody else. So today on 5-Minute Travel Tips, we are going to talk about pickpockets and how to safeguard yourself from them. Irrespective of the country you are in, taking care of your belongings is your responsibility and you need to be alert. So here are some fail-proof tips for you that you can follow to avoid getting pickpocketed on your next holiday. Staying alert. One common tool pickpockets use to commit their crimes is distraction. This is particularly common amongst pickpockets working in teams. They can use a number of tricks to distract you, including things like someone spilling something right in front of you, someone stopping you to ask you for directions, someone faking a fall and asking you for help. Two guys start a fake fight to distract a crowd, and someone approaches you and just picks your pocket and you won't even know. They'll take whatever they can get. All you can do to prevent this is to be aware and staying alert or being alert of what is going on around you. So the general rule is, if you see some type of commotion going on, just secure your belongings and steer clear. I know all of us want to watch a fight, but sometimes your belongings are more important than just going and seeing the entertainment that is part of a fight. Another thing is that back pockets are a no-no. Avoid putting items in your back pocket. Your back pockets are straight up easy targets. I once had my wallet stolen when I was on the metro in London during peak hour. Yes, I know it was super foolish of me, but hey, I don't want you to be in that position, so just avoid back pockets. Any important items that you absolutely require during your journey should not be kept there. Another thing you should remember is that avoid showing off or flashing your stuff. It's extremely critical that whenever you are traveling, you must always keep your expensive and important things safe. Avoid flashing them as it can attract the attention of pickpocketers. And like I said, these pickpocketers are super smart. They often work in teams, and in the context of asking you for directions at a tourist place, they can just steal your phone, camera or laptop without you even knowing. The next tip is about handbags and backpacks. Put the zips in front. While walking, always try to keep the zips of your handbag in the front and not behind you. I make it a practice that I always have my backpack at the front when walking through a crowded tourist place. This does not guarantee that you will not be pickpocketed, but it at least makes it hard for a thief to steal items from your bag. When I was talking about back pockets, another thing I would like to say is that if you are putting things in your pockets, make sure your trousers or pants have tight pockets. If you don't have a bag to keep your possessions, always ensure to keep them in tight pockets and at the front. Also, having tight pockets prevents items from falling out. Another thing that I practice on my travels is that I divide my money. I make it a point to not keep all of my money in one place. Try to travel with as little cash as you can and divide your money. If your hotel has a locker, you can use that for most of your money and not keep it all in your wallet. Only keep the amount of money that you're going to require for that day, and everything else just goes into the locker. Let's move on to the next tip. Travel with a cut-proof bag. There have been many stories where a gang of pickpockets have easily cut through tourist backpacks or handbags without even them noticing. Whenever you are traveling, always remember to carry a bag that is cut-proof. These types of bags are great for traveling in crowded places and will ensure your belongings are not stolen. For the next one, let's go to Italy. I was once in Italy having espresso at a cafe and my phone was on the table. And that's when my friend told me that having your phone on the table is an easy target. Smartphones are popular items for pickpockets to target. If you're at a cafe or your phone is on the table, it is a super easy target. Many people simply leave their phone on the table, and while you're eating or when you're sitting at a restaurant, this just becomes an easy target and someone might come up to you, strike up a conversation with you, and they have an accomplice who has already gone on and picked up your phone and you haven't even noticed it. When you're approached by someone on the street or at a restaurant or at a cafe, the best thing you can do is to tell them you're not interested and keep walking. If they persist, just ignore them. They'll get the message sooner or later and look for another target. Finally, as we reach the end of this episode, I just want to say one thing. Do not give away the location of your wallet or phone when you see a sign that says beware of pickpockets. Beware of pickpocket signs are common all across the world in busy touristy areas. When you see this sign, your natural reaction is to touch your pocket to make sure your stuff is still there. Pickpockets know this. They loiter around the sign watching where people touch. If they see you touching your pocket, they suddenly know that that is where your wallet is. Now you have easily given them the location of where your wallet or your valuables are. That just makes it easy for them to target it. Another thing I would like to say is that if you have a camera, use a camera strap and have the strap on you at all times. Because cameras are super easy targets and pickpockets are always looking for them. Like I said at the start of the episode, they will take anything that they can get. I have been in many of these situations before. I don't want you to be in them. So become a smart traveler and keep listening to 5-minute travel tips every Monday. See you next week with your wallet and valuables still intact. Goodbye.